All right, so welcome back. Now, it all begins with your scripts. Okay, before you even do like a normal or proper generation, um, so what are those on this score right now? Anna, Akorede. All right, so I would say a gorilla. Now I'll be using Google Cloud for this class tutorial, but I would advise you start with Flow, right? It's quite easy and you can see all of the generations. But because I have much credit, so I'll just be using this. So I would say I'm just coming up with something random. Now, if you have an idea of something to generate, like anything out or any thought that comes to your mind, just drop it in the chat. I'll copy and paste. But right now, I just want to generate anything, like just anything, just to show you what's possible, right? So I'll say a gorilla, saying, okay, generate a video of a gorilla okay, at the podium addressing the public while saying, I'm just coming up with something random, like very random. While saying chilling with Akorede. Who else do we have here? Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, Roland. Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland. At Jenny Beats HQ. Generate a video of a gorilla wearing a suit. All right, so let's just see. Oh, I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to express something there. Oh, 4th generation. Damn, I'm spending my credit, bro. All right, so next time, don't be like me. You want to select, I would advise you use this VO3 fast model. So this VO3 fast model will cost like 20 credits. But this one that I use now, this VO3, like the normal VO3 model, costs 100 credits per generation. And based on what I've seen so far, even the fast model, you won't really see the difference, right? You won't really see the difference. So you can see there is VO3, there is VO3 fast, there's VO3 preview. Preview was, whenever you see preview in front of any model, whether VO3, ChatGPT, like any company, any AI tool, whenever they add preview, it means this is not like the main thing. It's just a preview before the main thing comes out. So you can see, if I am just saying this, probably they just released it. So this is like the normal VO3 model, right? And VO2, I will play the video. And VO2 is the model that generates video, but then it does not include the audio, right? So let's just play this and see.
Chilling with.
Can you hear the audio? I believe you should hear the audio, but let me confirm.
Yes.
Okay.
Chilling with Akorede, Aurelia.
Aurelia, please
mute yourself. Okay.
I think whenever you unmute, it echoes. I don't know why. Okay, so let's play it again.
Chilling with Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland at Genibit HQ. Chilling with Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland at Genibit HQ.
So what I want you to pay attention to is this. Remember, I purposely generated something very random just to show you that we could generate anything that comes to your mind, right? Now, it captured the gorilla. It captured the gorilla wearing the suit. It captured Genibit HQ, even though I did not say the background should be Genibit HQ, but then you can see it's at Genibit HQ, and it is also able to talk. And everything is properly lip synced, right? That's the point I'm trying to show you. So I mistakenly generated for this. Normally, I should not go more than one because of credits, but we'll play everything and see.
Chilling with Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland at Genibit HQ.
This one is not talking. Let's see the next one.
Chilling with Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland at Genibit HQ. Chilling with Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland at Genibit HQ.
So another tip is this. You can use this to infuse humor into your content, right? Okay, let's play
Chilling
this.
with Akorede, Aurelia, Anna, Emmanuel, and Roland at Genibit HQ.
Okay, so yeah, you can see basically you can generate anything at all. But of course, use it for marketing and so many reasonable things. But of course, you can also make something fun and funny. Okay, so you can see add now the problem with this is this. Now the problem with Google Cloud, I did not download that stuff. Okay, I can still access it. So if you are using Google Cloud, right? Like if you're accessing VO3 on Google Cloud, I will advise you download whatever thing you generate. Always download once you generate it, because you'll not be able to access the replays on Google Cloud. But then if you are using the Google Flow, the other option, you should be good to go. I'm trying to download this. Just let me just say session 11.
Chilling with.
Okay, I think I found the other video. Let me see if I can share directly from here. Or there is no even need to share this again. Should just continue. Okay, yeah, let me try sharing this particular one. Let me know if you can see. I'm not sharing the browser now, but let me know if you can see my screen. Like what are you seeing on my screen rather?
The woman in the sky.
So normally there is no way this is possible. Like there is no way, right? But then I probably generated this, right? Because we use it for
A witch can fly.
But that's in the spiritual realm. Now we are talking of, I don't know, maybe physical, I don't even know. But then you get my point, right? Normally this should not be existing, right? But what I'm trying to show you here is like just some of the things that sounds crazy that your target audience can relate with. Right. So let me just play this.
Have you heard? AMBA registration shuts down tonight. I'm running to lock in my spot.
Can you see? So it's just interesting and fun, right? Interesting and fun. Don't worry, we'll be launching new set of campaigns, and you'll see so many amazing, interesting, funny concepts. Okay, so we have generated something. Now you know that you can generate with VO3. Now let's use it to generate something. Like let's say we are working on an actual campaign, right? So let's do something about it. Okay, so let me share my screen again, and let me walk you through the whole process of how I'm going to do something like work on a campaign. Yeah, trying to share my screen. I'm coming. Looking for the window. What happened? Okay. All right. So I hope you can see my screen now. So now what I'm about to share with you, you don't necessarily need to do it this way, right? But I want to show you how you can. Let's say you're working on a campaign or you want to use for a particular campaign, right? So I'll just show you like how you can go about it. So for this particular use case, I'll be using the lead magnet as a case study, right? Now, this could be like anything at all. Maybe you want to use it to create a video ad for just like anything at all, right? So I'll just walk you through, but in this particular use case, I'll be using this particular lead magnet as an example, right? So if you have been following this, this was one of the lead magnets that was suggested to us, right? So let's say I want to create a form of short film or story, just like to get people to download, to use this, right? So this is how I would go about it. Now, remember this chat that I'm currently at already has access to the context, right? About this. Now, the good thing is recently I discovered like 2 days ago that OpenAI has brought back this. If you remember, I mentioned this like repeatedly, like twice or 3 times in one of our classes, I think during vibe coding class or something, that this was not possible, right? Like you cannot before then you could call in a GPT. So this is like a custom GPT into another custom GPT. That was possible. But then they made some stupid updates. They removed it. Now it is back, right? And being back opens door for new use cases, right? It opens doors for new use cases. And maybe in the next session, I will show you because I'll be sharing, as you can see, Coach Sam Blogger, Coach Sam Milwies. There is also another one. Coach Sam copywriter. So I'll be sharing these custom GPTs with you all probably in the next class. So I'll show you how you do everything in the next class anyway. Now, yeah, this is very important. I just changes everything, just changes and makes it make sense again. So this is the details about the lead magnets, right? It's more like an ebook, right? Ebook on the AI adoption playbook, 6 steps to integrate generative AI without hiring engineers. So we have context about the book, right? And then I just went further to ask it to highlight the problem the book solves, how it will help the target audience and who the target audience is. So if you want to create like a short film. Now, I don't know. You might want to just come from any angle at all. This is just one angle I'm trying to explore, right? So coming up with a story just could be totally different. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Could be any kind of video. So what I'm showing you right now is not like the end. So just could be like any kind of video at all. So far, it is a video. VO3 should be able to generate it, right? Okay, so well, so we already have context about this whole this particular lead magnet. So what will happen is this. I would say I want you to suggest 3 video scripts ideas to promote this lead magnet. Now it could be more specific. So I would say story based. Okay, let me leave the story based and everything. Let's just leave it blank like this, right? Okay, I want you to suggest 3 script ideas, video script ideas to promote this lead magnet. So as to attract potential clients for Janibit's corporate training. All right, so let's see. Boardroom paralysis. Okay, your board keeps asking, what is our AI strategy? And your team does not have an answer. Okay, body, I like the common pain. How to overlay graphics of music, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's one. Now, this is not bad. I like this. That's one. Let's look at another one. Most companies are stuck at AI buzzwords, but Janibit alumni, they are shipping working prototypes in under 2 months. Well, that's another one. Why wait 6 months to plan AI strategy? Why you can start in 6? Oh, interesting. That's really, really good. I love that. I love that. All right, so what will happen is this. Since I'm using AI, I can just tell it to do whatever thing I want it to do. So I will say I want you to combine scripts 1 and 3 because I love them, right? So just do your goddamn thing. Keeps asking, what is our AI strategy? Well, our team does not have a clear answer. Okay, explanation is still random from the training invest to try and stop waiting 6 months to plan. All right, so this is good. This is not bad, right? It can be better, but for the sake of this tutorial, training. Now, another thing I would suggest to you is this. If you are working on an actual script, read it. If you feel there is something off or you want to amend anything, please go ahead to amend it. Now, let me call on my copywriter GPT or agent. So I would say, so I mostly use it to either come up with something like write a copy. When I say copy, I mean marketing copy. When I say copy is different from normal content. You could just create content or something, but copy is you trying to craft words in such a way that whoever is reading it or whoever will read it will take your desired action. Could either be, okay, go download something, go to our website, go purchase this, right? It's more like casting a spell. So I created this GPT. It is knowledgeable about copyright. right? So it's either I'm using it to craft something from scratch, or I'm using it to critique something that has been written, and I'll ask it to write it better. So I'll say critique the video script. I will say critique and then improve, but I'm sure to suggest what to do. You can see I'm not even writing long form prompt. The reason I'm not writing long form prompt is because I'm using GPTs that already has enough context about what I am working on, right? So I'm currently using JennyBot, so it's already trained on almost everything about JennyBot. I already shared this in the last last 2 classes or last 3 classes, right? So I don't need to even do too much prompting. Once you have your GPT, right, you won't need to prompt that much. Okay, so let's see. So it has critiqued the copy or the script. It says amplifies pain points well. Okay, good. You can as well use this to learn copywriting, right? Clear solution presentation. Okay, aspirational transformation, concise structure. Now, these are areas to improve. Can you see? So you're saying credibility layer missing. Remember, we are trying to show this, our ideal customers or target audience for this particular thing we are pushing are CFOs, C-suites in general, right? Of organizations, big organizations. So there is need for some kind of proof. Yeah. So you can see trusted by 1,200 professionals across Europe. Scarcity and not just say absent. The script ends with a call to action, but does not tap FOMO or urgency. Okay, objection handling. Prospects may doubt if the playbook is practical or just theory. Anticipating this, you will get tools you can apply in your next team meeting. That sounds really cool. So if you are facing that challenge at your work, of course, don't give it a shot. Okay, headline opener could be punchier. Okay, your leadership keep asking is good, but can be stronger if phrased as a direct pin-based headline. Still stuck without an AI strategy. Why competitors move ahead? All right, so high credibility. Now that it has finished critiquing the script, so I would say now I want you to incorporate your suggestions and provide me a revised version. Basically, that's the 2 prompts I use: critique, and based on your critique, craft something more punchier, right? So that's just so you can skip this particular part, right? You can skip this particular part and just write your script and go ahead with generation. But of course, why not make it even better, right? So that's the idea of just refining the script itself. Now, we have a script. For example, if you have an idea on your head, idea of what you want the script to look like, what you want to be said in the video, you could specify. So what I'm trying to say is feel free to like play around, check, like this Lara video that I did. I used ChatGPT, my GPTs and all of that to put together the script and all of that. But then, because I understand what I want, there is a way I am envisioning the script, the video, the idea, right? So I had to make some changes. So I'm just trying to say you can go ahead to make changes, but this is not the class. I cannot be doing that right now. But I think this is not bad at all. What it has crafted is not bad. Okay, so I will just close this. Now, the next thing I want to do is, once you have your script, now you need to turn the script to an actual prompt for VO3. So the way you prompt VO3 needs to be different. Do you get it now? It needs to be different. So there are 2 ways you can do this, right? There are 2 ways. You can either, so I'll also share this particular GPT with you, can you see video prompt generator? It was mainly created for, no, not mainly created. It was a GPT for text to video, image to video prompt generator that was converted to a video prompt generator specifically for VO3, right? So now, by now, you should be familiar with how GPTs work. So we have like 4 options to start the whole conversation. So the first one here is script to film. So if you already have a script, right, you can just paste it. We'll try it out as well. You can paste it and it will turn that script. So the script is one thing, but you need to turn that script to prompt for VO3, right? You get the point now. So even if you have a script, you don't just want to copy the script and paste into VO3. You want to turn it to an actual prompt for VO3, right? So this one is one scene prompt. Maybe just like you generated the gorilla putting on suits, mentioning your names and all of that. Maybe we just want something like one-off thing. You could just use this. Then the other option is idea to short film. So, for example, now, we have ideated first before we started crafting this whole thing. Maybe we should even try this. So I ideated outside of view prompt generator. But let me even try this. Let's try it. But I'll see if I can show you the 3 options. So you can see it is asking what is the core idea or message. So for this one now, you know what you want to do. You have an idea, right? Or maybe you just know what you want to create. Or how do I put this now? Or you have a product, you have a product, you say it's whatever thing you want to promote, but you are yet to get the idea. So you can use this third option that I showed you now, idea to short film. So you can see how many scenes. So it's actually a couple of questions, right? What is the core idea or message you want this short film to convey? How many scenes do you want in total? And the reason why this GPT is important is because right now, VO3 can only generate 8 seconds length of video. I believe they will increase it gradually, I believe. But right now, so there are so many things you want to put into consideration, like the time, what they say per scene, per the 8 seconds generation. Because if it is too long, it means the audio will not be included in the generation, right? So you can see this asking what is the core idea behind the film or the video you want to generate? How many scenes do you want? So for the Lara scene, I think we had about the Lara video. Can you see it? So this was the prompt I later used. So we had about 8 scenes. So you can be more creative. You know the number of scenes you want. So just go ahead to do that. Do you want a realistic, animated, or stylized cinematic visual tone? Can you see? So I would say, of course, realistic. Would you like to include any brand or product, websites, CTA, call to action, or specific color palette? Now, this is for you to, in case you are creating for your brand, for you to be able to incorporate your branding, just like I included JennyBit in the previous one. So at least in your prompt, you can kind of brand whatever thing you are creating. That's the idea. All right. So what we'll do is this. We'll come back to the script. We already have a script, right? We'll come back to the script to film prompt, right? We'll come back to that. But for now, I just want to show you this, right? You can ideate directly inside of all right, so I'll just copy the context, right? I'll just copy the context. And the context here is the lead magnet. So I would say, okay, wait, before I do this, So I would say I want to produce a film, a video, whatever you want to call it, to promote a lead magnet so as to attract. Okay, let me just say a lead magnet. Then I'll say details of the details below, right? So I'll use the backtick delimiter just to put everything into one place. So I'll just copy everything here, right? I'll copy everything here. So it has context. That's the context I need. Ensure the playbook. Would you like me to draft a shot? Okay, so I can remove this path. Okay, let me remove this part as well. Okay, sure. So I think we have something solid. I don't even think we need to. Oh, yeah, so this is also part of the context. So I'll just copy this other one as well. I don't know if I should even copy this one. That one is enough. Okay, let me see. All right, see, let me just add it. Context is not always too much. Surely how do I have this? Okay, let me see. So let me just, I could add everything in one. Wait, there's no even need for. Let me add everything here. Let me just add it here. Okay. Guys, it's perfect. This is very strong material. We are crafting a modular short film to promote the lead magnets. Now it has context. Total number of scenes you want, default theory, visual style, preferred tone. So I'll just say deduce for all. That is, I want the GPT to deduce for me, right? Okay, number of scenes, 3, visual style, realistic live action, right? So this views executive trust, blah blah blah. Okay, good. And it has started crafting the prompt. Can you see? So it says this is like the prompt for the first scene. Now each prompt contains, number one, you can see the visual direction and the character, right? The character, the visual direction. The character is not even this one, but the visual direction, the facial expression, right? Okay, sorry. So it started from here, sorry. It started from here, right? So it will always contain the character. That is how the GPT was built. So you want to have a character. So the character here is a 52-year-old British man with salt and pepper hair. Can you see that it is very, very specific? Native navy suit, wireframe glasses, like very, very artistically. I don't know if that's correct anyway. Artistically detailed, right? So he appears alone in a modern boardroom at dogs, blah 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 blah. Okay, continuity rule. This is scene 1. Character and setting will persist into scene 2 unless changed. At the blah blah blah. Anyways, so what I'm trying to show you, it contains the character description, the visual direction, the facial expression, if there is any overlay text, audio design, background music, voice delivery, important instruction. Now, so I'll make some changes to this, right? I'll probably make some changes to this. So I would say I want 5 scenes, right? And the character should be, I would say Polish. If I'm trying to penetrate the Polish market, I would say Russian, but let me just say Black American. What else do I want to change here? You know, it suggested I asked it to deduce, so it suggested, but now I'm trying to make some changes. And I'll say for the CTA, refer them to jennybit.com/playbook to download. All right, so let's see. So the difference here is this is from idea to prompt direct. So there is no need for script, this. But I'm just trying to show you different paths you can decide to go, right? Final scene, confirm paralysis. So it generated what's it called? Scene 2. But because I'm using it, I can tell it to. So I would say generate. I would say let's start again because I made changes, right? Let's start again. So basically, get all of your scenes, right? Get all of your scenes, get them right. And normally I work with Google Doc for almost everything I do. So copy these scenes, put on the Google Doc, review it. Okay, in fact, even before you copy everything, as it is generating the scenes for you, review. Okay, you yourself, you want to be following. Do you need to make any changes? You get things like that. And make the changes, it will affect it. Once you are good with a scene, copy it, paste on Google Doc, go to the next scene. Like that, you are done. So you can see I asked it to let's start again. And now it's revised everything the instructions I gave. It's like now from 30, it was 30 scenes before, now it is 5 scenes, right? The character as well, and so many other things. Okay, so it has regenerated the first scene. So once it is done, then I'll say proceed, or you don't even need to say it has already asked, so I'll just say yes. So I'm just showing you this workflow. With this now, you should be able to work on any campaign at all. Any campaign at all. Now, this would be another potential service you could render, right, for businesses. Now, I'm teaching you this to use for your own business, for your business, right? But then for people in the AI income, is it creator now? People that want to make money with AI, this is one of the services you could offer. I know of a guy who was part of the GAL 2.0. Right now, what he's doing is, in fact, he's not even in Amber, but what he's doing right now is, although he has access to this prompt generator, because I share it on my YouTube channel. So what he's doing right now is just creating this video. And the interesting thing is you can create any type of video. I don't know the best way to say this, right? I don't know the best way to say this. There was never a time like this that you have just an idea and you can bring your idea to life. I don't know what to say anyway. But then if you think about it very, very well, it is crazy because you could generate anything at all. I've said it's crazy. Maybe you'll get it anyway. Okay, so yeah, you can see then to generate session 2. Now, if you are paying attention, so if you are paying attention, you can see it said here 8 seconds video of a Black American man, age 52, this tailored navy blazer, seated this. Now, if you check this as well, which is scene 2, it is repeating the same character details. So here is the thing. This is to help you with character consistency. For example, now sometimes it might be hit or miss, right? But here is the thing. If you are working on an actual script and you're trying to maintain the character, right? the way it looks, the facials and everything. You need to repeat the, what is it called? The same description, the character description, repeat it. So that way it retains and maintains the character facials and properties. Like I said, right? Sometimes it might get it, sometimes it might not get it right. But I hope what's it called now? They fix that, right? They have like a permanent solution, right? Now another thing I also mention is this, right? Another thing I mention is this. So if you pay attention, now it depends on the kind of video you are creating anyway. Some video might lack what to say, right? So yeah, if you pay attention, it's only describing the character, the visuals, a 5 seconds dolly, facial expression, overlay text, audio design. So what I notice is there is no dialogue. The character is not saying anything, right? So you might want to address that. Now, if you have what you wanted to say per scene, right? You can state it. You can state it, right? And always remember it is 8 seconds. Once it is longer, if you pack too much information per clip, per scene, it might not later include what you wanted to include. So I would say, so another thing I could have included here. So let me see if I can include it now. So I'll go back, I'll come back to this. So let me let's come back to this. So I will include I want this to be in form of a dialogue. The character should be saying something. And again, guys, let me repeat. You might not even need to go through this route using video prompt generator. You might not even need to go through this route because this VO3 is that good. But if you can like put your thoughts together, arrange it properly, you won't really need this, right? Just go directly, prompt it, tell you what to generate. You should be good to go. So this one is just like you making sure everything is in place, right? How can you see narration, spoken dialogue per scene? One character only. Now you can make it 2 characters. Just depends on what you're trying to do. I don't know what to say, but you get my point, right? Just depends on what you're trying to do. So it has added it. At the 1 second mark, it looks towards the camera and says in a calm, grounded voice. Everyone is talking about AI, but nobody is aligned on what to actually do. Now, this is for this script. Now, another thing, see, you can see I'm just mentioning another thing, because I've used the model, so I know some lapses, some things. And now, if you are using VO3, you don't want to use quotation. You don't want to, what will be said, right? You don't want to put it in quotation. Based on my own experience and what some other people are saying, once you have what you wanted to say enclosed in a quotation, it kind of print out something on screen like caption. And sometimes the caption, the text might not be eligible, right? So you don't just want it unless it is part of, okay, you want to show something on screen. So you will notice the colon, it uses colon to separate what is to be said from the actual prompt. Right, so if you put it in quotation, because normally that's what you think, okay, let me just put it in quotation. So use colon, although your video prompt generator should know, right? So it's always use colon, but in case you run into an issue like that, so just use colon. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Now we have the, what is it called? Can you see the character defined? We have the total scene, the number of scene. We have the narration style. So the narration style could be spoken dialogue, that is, someone is saying something. Could also be just what's the kind of video called though? Like maybe animation, or what was it called? That you're just showing something on screen, right? It's not that a character is saying something or anything like that. Okay, so I'll just say yes, proceed to second, then you have everything like that. So once you have all of the prompt, put it somewhere and just go to your Veo 3, copy paste, and at the end of the day you have your video, right? Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I wanted to show you that particular part. Like I mentioned, there are like 3 parts to using this prompt generator. Okay, so let me open this. So another part is this. Another part is this. And guys, this is pretty straightforward to use. You can access Veo 3 prompt, the Veo 3, what's it called, model. At least I've provided you with options to get it for free. And you have access to this. I want you guys to create something. Just create something and share. It could be 10 seconds, it could be 16 seconds, whatever. It could be for your business. Just create something and share. All right, so I've shared, this was the part we used. This one thing, I don't need to share that. It's straightforward. Now, this is script to film, right? Whereby you have created your script. Now, you might be using a different AI to, like, let's say Gemini, Claude, and all of these things, right? Now you can see it's still asking the same details. Normally it's supposed to even ask you for the script. I don't know why it's asking. Okay. All right, so I'll do the same thing anyway. I'll just copy so you can decide to provide these options, right? Who is the main character, what is the setting, blah blah blah, the name. Now when we talk about character, there are so many things that you should consider, like the name, the gender, right? So probably you want a female age, let's say 20. Now you don't necessarily need to state the age. You could say a teenager, a young adult, someone in early 30s, mid 20s. You can also use that form of description, right? Ethnicity, okay. You can specify where the person is from, maybe Spanish. You get the appearance, corporate. I want you to like appear corporate, stuff like that. Appearance in maybe happy, excited, moody, whatever. Clothing and tone of voice. So you can specify. This is just to be more specific with what it finally generates. Okay, what is the setting or location? Is it indoor? Is it outdoor? Time of the day? You can see when you incorporate all of these details, right? You would generate something specific that you have in mind, right? Is it spoken on camera? Voice over hand. This was what I was looking. I was trying to say the other time. So you could just have it to generate. It is showing some visuals with voiceover, even though it will be the one still doing the voiceover. Spoken on camera is when, like, just with like talking head video, right? So the character is saying something. The other option is voiceover, right? Like visual is being shown, then we have voice is over it. Ambient noise or audio is when you want to add some background music and all of those things, or sound effects and all of that. Okay, optional, do you want any overlay text, brand visual? So you can just specify all of this. Now, what I'll do is let me just copy, I'll just copy this script that I've been written. So I'll tell it to deduce as well. But we would eventually still work on this thing like proper. So I'll say deduce from the script below. I could decide to just share. I could decide to share. What happened? Okay. I could decide to share what's it called? The context I provided the other time to the other part, in the other part. But for this, I'll just go ahead with. Oh. So let's see. No, do, no, do. Sorry, don't mind. Okay, so we have, can you see scene one automatically translated or transformed? Okay, we'll break it into 8 as per the limits, preserving tone, pacing, blah blah blah. Scene one. Okay, then can you see? So it just turned like each of these parts, like the hook to scene one, scene two, scene three. Okay, so I will just say proceed. Now, if you want to modify it, okay, let's say I want to even, you can see it's suggesting if you want to modify, so I'll just modify prompt. Let's see. So I can decide to, okay, I want to change the character, like whatever thing you want to change, you can go ahead to change, right? So let me see. Okay, good. It included the voice. Sys talk without an AI strategy while your competitors are already raising ahead. Okay, so let me go back to this. I'll just say next. Can you see reply with next to proceed to scene 2? So let's guys, it's that simple. All of this explanation of this because I'm showing you for the first time. But once you can do this, you can create like just any kind of video, yeah. Can you see? So this is scene 2. Scene 2. Wait, what is this? Are we still on? Okay. So you can see continuity rule, new environment and background actors. Daniel is not in this shot because I was expecting to see the character. So you can see that this just makes your work pretty easy, you know? And you see, then scene 4, I just say next. I think I should start charging for all of these GPTs I'm just I'm just posting out. Not for you anyway. Because there are so many people using this stuff right now. So many. Everyone check my 700 conversations. Wow, that's a lot. Guys, if you use this, if you love it, drop a review, please, as usual. Can you imagine? Someone is giving me 4-star review. Can you imagine? With all of my sweat. Eh? Anyways, can you see? So just keep telling me it's next until you are done. And if you have any changes to make, please go ahead to make it. So I will just say next. All right, so let's assume we want to generate this. So let me copy. I'll just copy one of the prompts. But like I mentioned, this is something we'll work on, and I will need to like settle down, like go through everything one after the other, just to be, just to be sure. Okay, okay, let me copy this. Meanwhile, let me also state, I referred to like 2 videos already. You might just want to watch the full video, especially, I did not include this particular one. So I recommended 2 already, but those ones were recommended for you to get your, what is it called? The free credits, right? That was why I recommended those ones. But I would recommend you to go watch this one. And you see this particular one. So this was when I introduced. So that's one thing. You can download. So, anyways, this class should be enough, right? But then you could go watch this as well, because I think I broke down so many things. But of course, the way I'm even explaining this class is quite elaborate. But then you might also learn one or two things. I think I shared some things here as well, so you can go check it out as well. I will probably add it to the video. Okay, so let's just try one of these prompts. Let's generate one of them. Where is the where is this thing that we generated now? Okay. Not this one now. I think this is it. Okay, so I'll paste, just remove this part, remove those labels, like the commentary rather. Okay, so I'll remove this part as well. Just remove every other thing. And you can start from this generate. Don't worry about this in one. We can also remove it. Just start from the generate part. Generate and 8 seconds. Oh, what just happened now? Did I click back? Oh God. Okay, so again, I don't want to make that mistake. So I'll select VO3 first. Let me reduce it to two outputs, video length. Yeah, I think we are good. Now let me share a tip with you, just in case you want to manage your Google Flow, right? Your Google Flow credit. You might, if you have enough credit on Google Cloud, you can just use Google Cloud to prototype first. So if you notice some things you want to change, remember this is AI. Sometimes it might not be perfect, it might not give you what you want. So just iterate till you get what you want, right? But then with that prompt generator, the video prompt generator, it should help you to an extent, yeah. So yeah, so you could just prototype on Google Cloud, then move to Google Flow to do it properly. And just in case you are watching this and you are in the US and you are a student, just in case you are watching this, you are a student. Many of these AI companies like Cloud, Google, especially Perplexity, 11 Labs, many of these tools, many of these platforms usually give US students like 1 year free of their plan. I think Google Gemini currently is offering this, which include VO3 plan as well. So I think we have someone in the US here. So if you're a student, they'll just require you to opt in with your what's it called? Opt in with your student ID, whatever, for verification. Yeah. So you can check it out. Just search and check it out. Okay, so let's see.
Everyone's talking about AI, but nobody's aligned on what to actually do.
It's good, but the what's it called, the voice, I don't know, maybe because I'm using earpiece, etc. Is, and again, yeah, the sound is not perfect. You can still tell it was AI generated, right? Now, a simple hack to this is Remember when I taught you um, um, changing voices on 11 Labs. So, because 11 Labs can generate something realistic, maybe let's see if we can try that, right? But you can see the settings, the character, the audio, everything is on point, right? Aside the wonkiness of the audio. So let me just play this again. Let me reduce the volume here. I don't know because, right?
Everyone's talking about AI, but nobody's aligned on what to actually do.
So that was the first option.
Everyone's talking about AI, but nobody's aligned on what to actually do.
Okay, I think I'll go with this one. Seems calm. The audio is also giving what it's supposed to give.
Everyone's talking about AI.
So I'll likely go with this. Now, you can see this generate Gen AI strategy gap. Normally, I wouldn't want it to appear for some reasons. So it is probably somewhere here. You can see overlay text. Lower third right. Yeah, that's correct. So I will remove that part. I don't want it. Now, this is why you should also pay attention to the prompt before you waste your credit. But I don't want that. Now, the background music, you can see it added a little bit. Wait, did you guys hear the audio anyway? I don't know if you guys heard the audio of the videos I just played now. Did you? Wow. Are we here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. One. We already have a code in this class. Is that 1 or 2? 1 or 0 rather. Okay, good. All right, so you see, okay, let me see if I can generate this again. What else do I want to change here? I think it's just that. Now, I know on Google Flow, right? If you are trying to generate like a film with consistent character and you repeat the character details, I know everything should still work fine. But I don't know, I've not really tried it on Google Console, Google Cloud, if it will maintain the character consistency. I want to assume it should. All right, so while that is loading, let me copy the next one. Now, okay, so wait, what was this? Into okay, so let's copy this. Oh, okay. I think it's even still maintain the character. Yeah, I think it did.
Everyone's talking about AI, but nobody's aligned on what to actually do.
Can you see the lower third text has been removed, right? Okay, kind of change the character a little bit.
Everyone's talking about AI,
Oh, it's
but
still
nobody's aligned on what to actually do.
this is badass, you know. So I'll probably go with the option 2. So let's see the next thing. As usual, remove every other part, start to generate. So remove those commentary. What else? Let me see if there is any overlay text. Okay, let me just leave it. Let's leave the overlay text. Let's see if it will be okay or not. So, okay. Hmm.
Teams jump to tools, skip the roadmap, then wonder why adoption stalls.
This lip sync is not really lip syncing.
Teams jump to tools, skip the roadmap, then wonder why adoption stalls.
Okay, wait. Wait, let me see. I think the issue with this is probably the audio is lengthy. It's not too long now. Things jump to, okay, let's try this again. So if you are using Google Cloud, like I said, once it generates, download what it generates, because this Google Cloud interface is not really for good or better user experience. It's mostly to test out different tools that they provide. It's actually for developers, but then it's just one way we can get free credits. That's what I'm showing with this. But what they actually created for consumers, right? For end users rather, is the Google Flow or Gemini, and I always recommend Google Flow. The whole thing is different there. The character consistency would also be on point. So I would advise go watch that other video. So I use Google Flow for that video. So go watch it. Merge with what you have learned here. Should be good to go. Okay, let's see.
Teams jump to tools, skip the roadmap, then wonder why adoption stalls.
Okay, this one is not bad. Oh my God, did I download the first one? Nah, can you imagine? I did not. I did not. Oh my God. Anyways, I'll do all of this again anyway. So Mr. Anthony dropped before. Okay, so let's see this one.
Teams jump to tools, skip the roadmap, then wonder why adoption stalls.
Can you see? And if you watch here, it included the on-screen text, right? Two paralysis is
Teams jump to tools, skip the roadmap.
Then greater than progress as well. Are you joking? Is that what was written in the script?
Teams jump to tools, skip the roadmap. Then wonder.
Yeah. That makes sense. Two paralysis, that's the problem actually. Yeah, so it makes sense.
Why adoption stalls.
Then just generate further scenes. Now, if you are using Google Cloud, you need to probably use another software to just bring everything together, right? But then on Google Flow, you can just have all of your scenes generated and export directly. So Google Flow has what's it called? As like a timeline, like a normal timeline, right? Just go watch that video, you see everything there. I think they have a new interface. Appropriate from towards parts. Right. So yeah, guys, is that easy? Is that easy to do? So with this, you should be able to like come up, especially for marketing needs, you should be able to like come up with different video ideas. Some could be okay, you shooting like a normal video ad in form of film, short film, or just something funny, like just one scene generation, like some of the videos we use for our adverts and retargeting, just like one clip and we are good to go. Just need something punchy, you understand? So yeah, basically that is how you can use VO3. But I believe, depending on when you are watching this, I believe there will be new changes there'll be new improvements in terms of what I'm expecting is one improvement in the audio. The audio still sounds kind of AI, is obvious, it is AI, but trust me, to generate audio natively like that is not easy. So they are doing a good job, but then it could be better. So I believe they will work on that. They will also work on the limit, right? The limit of the 8 seconds. I believe they would work on it and ensure it is better. And the cost as well. So I believe it will, as time goes by, they will find a way to optimize the cost, because if the cost is high, then there will be barrier to creation, even though the idea of this is to democratize content creation, democratize creativity, but the problem will be the cost attached to it, right? So I believe as time goes by, you will see what's it called? The cost will get reduced, right? So yeah, I think I used Veo Fast model. Okay, yeah. So probably if I've used Veo 3, maybe they'll even be more better. But yeah, I think they are doing a good job. Meanwhile, so normally this class would be about Sora, but Veo 3 just beat Sora hands down, like hands down, right? Hands down. All right. Look at that. But this is image generation anyway. But this looks realistic. Oh my God. Can you tell this was AI generated? But it looks realistic. So this is video, right? See, people are funny. Okay, so let me show you one more thing anyway. Let me show you one more thing. So that is one aspect of video, right? That's one aspect. Now, another aspect of video, we have covered like different aspects now. I've shown you talking head video, right? Then I just showed you, this is another style of video or type of video. Now, and that kind of video is you transforming a still image and giving it motion. Look at this. I love this. Well, this is Sora. If you open your ChatGPT, you will see Sora. Okay, let me go back. Okay, I don't want to end this. Let's just wrap it up with this particular one. So if you go to, can you see to the left panel, you will see Sora. Even if you're on the free plan, you see Sora. So Sora was a thing before, like I mentioned before this. Come on, look at how this looks just realistic. Nah. ChatGPT image model is crazy. It's crazy. Look at. Now, I think it's one person that is generating this black people. Okay, it's not one person. Anyway, look at this. Now you don't even need models again. Just all right. So I'm looking for one. And again, you know, you could get the prompts. So if you see any video that you like, you could just get the prompt and maybe make changes to it. And but I want to get a particular image. I can we can animate. So this is like animating a video, a still image to video, right? What can we, okay, maybe let's say this dog is swimming. So let's try this. Now for this, people use Kling AI, but for some reasons, most people use Kling AI, but for some reasons, it does not just work for me. I don't know why I did. I've tried it multiple times. Click here to switch to the Chinese version. Why? So guys, I'll show you other option. But please, you can also try Kling AI. Me, I've tried it so many times. It does not just work for me, but many people use it, understand? Okay, a fully armed astronaut surfing. So it could generate videos, but it became popular for transforming still images, right, to videos. And you see motion brush. There is also one as well. Maybe I will cover that in the next class. Maybe I'll cover that in the next class. To include in this describe it. Can you see? Upload the subject to include in the scene and describe their interactions. Anyway, so check it out. But I will show you how you can do this with Runway ML. Yeah. They are even spotlighting some users. Yeah. That makes sense. Now they took creative partners. Creators. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so the one I will show you is Runway ML. Now in this category, they are like the king. But I think Kling AI is also free, but then it is free to use, right? But I'll show you Runway ML. Let me stop sharing for a sec because I don't know if I'll need to log in. Let me also see if I can log into Kling. All right, so let me share my screen again. I don't know, I could have just ended this meeting and start a new one, but let's just wrap it up with this. Okay, so this is Kling, this is Runway ML. Runway ML, like I said, is like the king in this particular space. So I just picked this particular
Sorry,
blog.
runway what, sir? Runway.
ML. M for math, L for lion. Look at this.
Okay. It's also an AI.
Yeah, yes. It's one of the best video. You want to turn like an image to a still image to something that is moving. You just want to animate an image. Yeah, it can help you with that. I'm trying to see if I would get something mind-blowing, you know. Now you can also check out Sora, but for some reasons, Sora is not just moving me anymore. It's used to. I've gotten the dog image, but I'm trying to. People are crazy. Can you imagine? Jesus wearing. Can you imagine? They want Trump to release the Epstein files. Anyways, there is no politics here. I'm just laughing at the. Anyways, this is just fun. Okay, this is cool. If this was an image, would I probably use it as an example? Okay, this is another fun one. Okay, so we'll just try it anyway. So we can come to runway.ml and Okay, this was one of the videos I did. I showed this during one of our GAL classes, but there is look at, so I use this clip in the video ad we use for promoting Amber. There is this video where I was talking with my AI. I talked about being camera shy, so I use this. I generated the image with my personalized image generator and just animated because I wanted to animate that shy part, right? Can you see? Even though it kind of changed my face, but I just caught the clip. It still worked for what I needed it for. So okay, no, this was for my client. I hope I did not show that. Okay, so let's see this one. This is another one that I did anyway. So basically it's just to animate if you created something or you saw something and you want to animate what was generated. Just want to give it life. Let me put it that way. You want to give it. So this was like a normal dog image, right? Let me see if I can. Like this was like, it's just like an image that was transformed. So you can see it is more like breathing. Something is moving. You get my point? You can see it's moved. Let me see this other one as well. Can you see? Normally it is just an image, but you can see it is blinking its eyes. The ocean or river or whatever, the water is moving. You see, the camera is also panning left and right. So just to give some form of, some form of motion. Okay, let's try something. Create. So there are different options here, right? You can see motion tracking, frame interpolation, upscale image. So if you have an image that is of low resolution and you want to upscale, make it more quality, you can do that here. Generate video. So that's what we want to do right now. Hello, I am a creative assistant created by Runway, specializing in visual content creation. I can create images and videos. Really? Help you ideate a narrative and more. What would you like to create today? Here are some options, blah, blah, blah. Okay, create, modify an image. I don't know. I don't need all of these stories. Let me just animate what I want to animate and leave here. Okay, wait, let me see if I can upload the. All of them are just doing too much. I don't ask you for this. Okay, so let's just go direct and I will just. Now, if you have your prompt, you can tell it what you want it to do with the image you uploaded. I'll just say animate. I don't have a. I'm not asking for much. Okay, so let's see. Don't even know why they are showing this on the side. Upgrade to a paper to use image video with integrated audio. No, I don't want. Wait, I don't want. They have changed their interface. I don't want into audio. You can see this is probably VO3 running in the background. I don't want audio integrated. Let me see. Normally is actually straightforward. I don't know when the okay, finally, can you see it has added it to queue. Now this option, I believe this option is running VO3 as the model in the background. I mentioned it already that some of these existing video AI platforms, like they have been existing even before VO3, but then because of how good VO3 is, they have to like have it as part of their platform as the model that it runs on. Okay, so let's see. Okay, can you see it is now working? the water is moving or flowing, then the dog. But it's just like few seconds. But anyways, yeah, you just maybe just want to animate something, just want to see it. And for example, I showed you my bureau, right? I just needed something personalized to me, right? So I generated the image and I animated it. So the use case might be different, right? Might be different, right? Especially for video editors, you might find this really, really helpful. Yeah. Yeah, basically, and that's it. You download, use frame input for video. So guys, just play around. Can you see? So I can pick a particular frame. When I say frame, it means, videos are made up of frames, right? So from that video that was animated, maybe you now want to pick one of the frames as the image you get. So let me try this again. I'll pick the frame where it is. Oh, okay. Can you see? So it picked the frame where it raised the other leg up. So you can pick a frame from the video generated and use as input or use as reference, right? Wait, are you saying this is possible now? See what I'm thinking? Describe your shot. So, guys, that is it. For this, you want to experiment, and they also have a list of options like lip sync. Of course, for lip syncing, I always use Edra, right? I will use Edra. Yeah, guys. So just play around with these tools. Just be creative, create something. And the way you can be creative, create something is look for a project to work on. So you know you're not just playing around. Sorry, you know you're not just playing around, you're working on an actual, when you work on an actual project, the way you see, the way you use the tools will be different. Because see, anybody can come to all of these tools and just play around with it. Like before we did what is it called? The playbook video generator. You can see the way I was playing around with it. So the difference between tinkering with prompts with these tools and then applying in real life on a project, right? So that's the difference. So you want to find something you could work on. It could even be fun projects. For example, if you have kids, right? If you have kids and you just want to like create something for them just to make them happy, right? Just create video. Now, for parents here or for people that are into, let's say, YouTube content creation, this African folktale story channel niche, blah blah blah. Let me share Google Storybook. So Google released another tool called Google Storybook. Was it last week or last 2 weeks? But it was kind of recent, yeah. So just search for Google Storybook. Now, if you are a parent, if you are watching this, you can now create stories, right? So let's just try this. So maybe you want to create like a bedtime story for your kids, or you are a senior sibling, you want to create bedtime story for your junior ones, or you are a teacher, right? You can use Storybook. So you can write your story, provide this. I was going to do a video on this, but I don't know. Don't know if I'll still do it, but it's actually straightforward. But let's see what so I'm just sharing all of these tools so you have like options of what to work with based on what you need. I've also shared oh, there is one more thing I could share, but I think we'll do that in the next class. Yeah, we'll do that in the next class. And for that, please create your GPT. There are so many things you guys are not creating. So you can see now the good thing about it's even added So the good thing about this is it will create the visuals, create the story, and then audio. So let me play this and let's see.
Cora and the Sleepover Secret. Cora loved visiting her Nana Eleanor. Her house always smelled like warm cookies and happy memories. But today, a tiny worry fluttered in Cora's tummy. Tonight was a sleepover. Nana Eleanor greeted her with the biggest hug. My sweet Cora bug, so glad you're here. They spent the afternoon giggling, drawing silly pictures, and building a magnificent blanket fort. But as the sun, Nana Eleanor noticed Cora mumbled, Nana Eleanor, how about we make a... Cora's eyes wide.
Okay, can you see?
And from that day on, every sleepover at Nana Eleanor's house was filled with fun, laughter, and a little missing home box that reminded Cora she was loved, no matter where she slept.
Okay, good. So that is it. I just thought of sharing this as well. And yeah, so just have fun with your kids. This is how you can get them engaged. You can be more specific with the story anyway. But I even thought it was 10 pages, but this was 12. Probably they increase it. And you can make changes to, let's say for a particular page, you can make changes to the visuals, to the content. Just play around with it, guys. And yeah, have fun with your kids, with your junior ones, in case you have junior ones or you have kids, you know?
That night, Cora dreamt of adventures.
Okay, we are done with Cora. Thank you, bro.
Good morning, my brave.
Thank you. Okay. So that is it for this class. Do you have any question? I'll be glad to answer. And please, guys, work on something. Share on the group. Let me see. Create something. Share. Let me see. Okay, guys. So any question before we call it a session? Any question? Yep. Okay, is everything good? Is it clear, like what we talked about today? If it's clear, let me have one in the comment section or in the chat section. If you know it is clear, let me know. Hey, my God. There is no wait. I'm still recording this thing. Okay. Yep, I'm not seeing any responses. Back.
Sorry.
Yep. I'm joking. Continue.
I would have privated you. That make.com. We've not used it.
Yeah. That's like in the last class, not last class, like from next week.
I think I'm having problems signing up on it. Though for some time now. Yes, clicking. For some time now, I have not been able to access my mail, so it's keeping me back. I actually forgot my password and I don't want to get rid of it. So where I've been searching everywhere, I know I will find it, but it has kept me. I've not been able to get in.
Use the forgot option now if you do not remember your password.
The phone number that I would have used, I don't use that number anymore. So I'm trapped right now. I need to get that.
So the next class, I will onboard you all to the other GPT assistant that you can use for copywriting, for email copywriting, for blogging as well. Most of the previous students, right, from last cohort, they found value. Some of them that have a business, they started implementing immediately. In fact, using it to write copy, and they are getting good conversion with their copy. So I will onboard you all to all of those. I will share those GPTs. They are exclusive. I'm not sharing publicly, even with my YouTube channel or community. I'm only sharing with Amber students. So there are some of the GPTs I've shared with you that are public, like this one that we use today, imaging, even PIMaging, right? For the personalized image prompt generation. It's not public as well. It's just for Amber students, right? So these are some of the perks you enjoy being a student of Genibit, right? So yeah, I enjoyed myself. Teaching this class, and we'll continue in the next class on Saturday. That will be another explosive, mind-blowing session. See you there. Bye for now. I don't know. My energy is kind of high.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I need to do a lot of things this night. All right, guys. So talk to you later. Bye for now.